Hey, what's up guys, I'm Lan here. Welcome back to a new video on my channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about iOS 15.1 battery life on my iPhone 12. As you can see, this is an iPhone 12 that I have been using, and I have been using iOS 15.1 for quite some time. As you can see, iOS 15.1 I got on my iPhone 12. It was around 1.41 gigabyte. So in my previous video that I have done on iOS 15.1, I have said that I will come back to you guys with the battery life update, how the battery life is and how is it been performing, and many of you were skeptical about updating to iOS 15.1 from iOS 15.0.2. So in this video I'm going to talk about battery life, and along with that this video will also serve as a follow-up review of iOS 15.1. So let's get right into the video, but before that, if you're new here and happen to enjoy this kind of videos on my channel, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. Now with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so the first things first, let me go to the settings, general and about section. So if I tap on the about section, as you can see, the software version says iOS 15.1 and the build number is 19B74 and it's an iPhone 12. So the first thing before talking about the battery life, I would say that with iOS 15.1 we got a new modem firmware update, and there was one update that I just wanted to give you guys, that in my previous videos when I had done with iOS 15.0.1, 15.0.2, every time I had complaints about network, cellular reception and network connectivity in general. But I just want to let you know guys that with iOS 15.1 update, now with the new modem firmware, the situation has improved a little bit and I'm not facing that much issues whatever I was facing with iOS 15.0.2. So with the new modem firmware update, at least on my iPhone 12, I am able to see a better connectivity. So let me know in the comment section if you are having iPhone 12 or the newer iPhones, if you have received iOS 15.1 modem firmware update. So how is this going for you? Now with that out of the way, now let's talk about the battery life. So let me click on this battery, and before I take a look at the graph, let me click on this battery health. As you can see, the battery health is at 100% and it is supposed to be at its peak performance capability because it's just been 2-3 months that I've started using this device. And make sure that your optimized battery charging is always turned on. I say this in every video, but then again let me repeat myself, this helps a lot to keep your battery health at whatever level that it is supposed to be. And also make sure that if your battery health is reducing after updating to the latest iOS, it is not because you have updated to the latest iOS, it is because every iOS updates there is a process when your iPhone checks the physical capacity of the battery. If it is found that your battery physical capacity has degraded, it will just reflect the numbers over here. So never think that if I update to the latest iOS my battery health would be degraded. Even though the number shows 100%, your maximum battery capacity could be operating at 97 or 98%. So never be afraid of that. Instead try to manage your iPhone battery a little better. If you want to check out the videos that I have made on how to manage your iPhone battery health better, then click on this card over here and you can watch this video. So now let's have a look at the battery graph. So as you can see, from last 24 hours the graph is in front of you. Let's have a look at this last 10 days so you can understand better. So as you can see from the graph here, so average screen on time is 6 hours 34 minutes and the average screen off time is 1 hour 28 minutes, and these are the applications that was consuming most of my battery life. So I have been a little social last few days, so WhatsApp, Instagram was taking most of my battery life. If you click on this activity, so as you can see 27%, 12% and YouTube 11%, so likewise so on and so forth. These were the applications that were consuming most of my battery life. So now let's take an example. So yesterday, as you can see, I have used about close to 75% of my battery life, and as you can see for that I have gotten a screen on time of 5 hours 59 minutes. Now let's take an example of day before yesterday. I have used almost 80%, and for that I have gotten a screen on time about 7 hours. And few days back I have used my phone till 80%, and for that I have gotten a screen on time of 7 hours. And few weeks back I have used my phone till 100%, for that I have gotten a screen on time of 9 hours 41 minutes. So I would say with iOS 15.1 things a little bit different. I would say the battery life is of course better than iOS 15.0.2, and for you guys who are skeptical and little bit afraid about updating from iOS 15.0.2 to 15.1, or many of you have commented on my recent videos, I am on iOS 14.8, should I upgrade to iOS 15.1? So now the thing is that the choice is yours, because Apple is also providing security updates to even iOS 14 users. There was one update on iOS 14.8 wherein you can upgrade your iPhone to iOS 14.8.1 and can enjoy the latest security patches. So the choice is yours. If you like iOS 14 better than iOS 15, then you can definitely stay on iOS 14. But if you want to enjoy the new features and want to be at iOS 15, then definitely upgrade. But talking about the battery life, definitely I would say there won't be much change. It's not like if you upgrade from iOS 14.8 to iOS 15.1, your battery life would be degraded, battery health would be degraded sort of. So never be afraid of upgrading to the latest iOS. Instead, try to manage your iPhone battery better. Try to use and try to optimize the application that you're using. So the graph is in front of you. I would say now I have given you the examples of few days, so I would say the battery life is okay, not the best that I have seen with iOS 14, but then again the battery life would be sort of improved with iOS 15.2. Guys, I'm little sorry that I could not make a video on iOS 15.2 update on my iPhone XR. That video is pending. I got stuck up with some work this week, so I'm really sorry. I apologize. I could not make iOS 15.2 video on my iPhone XR, but that video is due and that video is coming soon. But I'm pretty much sure with iOS 15.2 the things are going to be improved and battery life would of course be a major part of it. So this video I just wanted to talk about the battery life. As you can see from the screenshot and from the graph here itself, the battery life is okay. Definitely the guys who were kind of afraid of upgrading from iOS 15.0.2 to 15.1, definitely you guys can upgrade. Now that was regarding the battery life. Now let's talk about a performance a little bit. So in terms of performance, there is no change. These are the newer iPhones, iPhone 12, iPhone 11 or iPhone 10 XR. If you're having one of these iPhones, then definitely you don't need to worry anything about performance. The performance would be kind of similar with whatever updates you are on right now. If you upgrade to N+1 or for example iOS 15.1, then there won't be any performance degrade as well. So I have GeekBench 5 over here. I have just ran GeekBench 5 before just recording the video. As you can see, the single core score came about 1585 and the multi-core score is 3739. As you can see, the operating system says iOS 15.1. Now when I was on iOS 15.2, if I go to this history section, I had already set it. So as you can see from the single core and the multi-core score, the scores were kind of similar. There is no change in terms of GeekBench score as well. Now in terms of day-to-day daily life, I have been using iOS 15.1, and as I said before, the most irritating issue that I was facing with iOS 15.0.1 and 2 after actually upgrading to iOS 15 was this network cellular connectivity issue. And after I got a modem firmware update with iOS 15.1, that issue is not actually resolved by 100%, but the situation is better. Actually, the network issues, connectivity issues, has been resolved to an extent, but there is still room for improvement. So with the help of this video, I just wanted to give you an update. How has it been on my iPhone 12, the iOS 15.1? And if you are worried about upgrading to iOS 15.1 and if you are on iOS 15.0.1 or 2, then definitely this upgrade won't cause you any harm, and in terms of battery life it is actually safe. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if you have enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up, and actually if you consider subscribing to the channel, that would make me happy. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye, take care.